A very good morning to all of you and welcome back to our channel The Teacher. This is Rajiv, and in this lesson I will show you that how you can create ledger accounts and do voucher entries in Tally ERP 9. In my previous two lessons I have shown you that how you can download and install Tally ERP 9 and create a new company to start working inside Tally. So this third lesson is very important because that is the most interactive part in Tally ERP 9, where you feed data inside Tally ERP 9 to manage your account books. So let's get started, and I will start with work in educational mode as I have shown you in my previous lessons, and that is the main menu of Tally ERP 9 company info. And I have shown you in my previous lesson that how you can set the default company. So whenever you start Tally ERP 9 with work in education mode, then it will bring this company info menu here. So as I have created a new company in my previous lesson, so in this lesson I will press enter on the select company, and I will like to tell you that you don't need to use your mouse to work inside Tally. You can use up and down arrow keys and enter and escape keys to simply work with these menus. So here I will press enter on the select company, and that is the company we created in our previous lesson. So I will press enter on it to open this company here, and here you can see the current period, that is 1st April 2017 to 31st March 2018, and we are currently working on 1st July 2017, and that is because we have entered the book's beginning date to 1st July 2017. And if you want to modify any of your company information later on after creating the company, then you can either click on this button company info, or you can also press Alt F3, because F3 is underline, single underline here. So that means you have to hold down the Alt key while pressing F3. That will bring the company info dialog box again after selecting the company. So here you can press enter on alter, and you can modify the company information if you want to. And here you can see that we have entered the book's beginning date from 1st July 2017. So if I change it here to 1st April 2017 and save the changes, as it is asking us to data enter before this date will be lost. Are you sure you want to continue? As I am changing the book's beginning date later on, so that is why it is giving you warning that if you have entered any vouchers before this date, then all those vouchers will get deleted. So as I have told you in my previous lesson that financial year beginning and book's beginning is the most important part while creating the company. So you should avoid changing the dates later on. So let me change it, because we don't have any entries yet in this company. So I will go with that, and let me accept the changes. So if I press escape key now and go back to gateway of Tally, and here you can still see the same date, current date, Saturday 1st July 2017. So now I will shut this company by pressing Alt F1 key and again select this company to see if it has changed the book's beginning date. Now it has changed to 1st April 2017. So while working inside Tally, the most important part that you do is the voucher entry. You can see that option here, accounting vouchers, and that is what you have to do to enter data inside your company using Tally ERP 9. But that is not possible until you create new ledger accounts, and let me show you why. So here if you press enter on accounting vouchers, then you will see this screen where on the top right corner you will see the date in which you are going to enter the vouchers, and then you will see the voucher type that you are currently using, which is by default is payment, and that is the first voucher, and that is number 1 voucher, because we have not entered anything yet here in this company. And the third thing that you will see is the account, and here you will see the current balance of that particular account, which you will type here, and then the particulars and amount. So let me explain you all this. So first of all, if you want to enter your voucher in any different date, then you can press the F2 key, or you can also click here, but I will advise you not to use your mouse while working inside Tally, so try using keyboard shortcuts. So I will press F2 key. That will bring the voucher date dialog box, and here you can type the date you want to enter. So as we are working in education mode, so it will only let me enter the first and second date of each month. So if I try to enter 3rd April 2017, then it will not let me do that, because that is an education version of Tally ERP 9. So I will go with 1st April 2017, and here you will see the list of accounts. If you press space key here, then it will bring the list of ledger accounts that you have already created in Tally ERP 9, and here you can only see the cash account. And if I press enter key, then it has selected the cash account for the top list, and here for the particulars you are seeing none of accounts here, because we have not yet created any ledger accounts. So that is the important part in Tally ERP 9 you have to take care about. And if you want to create new ledger accounts, then you have to go to accounts information menu. Here you see 3 options: groups, ledgers and voucher types. As we have to work with ledger accounts, so I will go here in ledgers, and here you have further options. Either you want to create new ledger account, you want to see previous accounts, you want to alter or modify previous accounts, you want to create multiple ledger account at once. So I will show you first of all which account Tally ERP 9 already has when you create a new company. So if I press enter on display, then you can see that it only has 2 accounts already created alongside the new company, and those are cash and profit and loss only. So if you want to make a voucher entry of any account, then first you have to create that account, that ledger account, and then you can do the voucher entry. So for example, I will create a few new accounts and will show you how to do voucher entry in Tally ERP 9. So for that we will again go to accounts information, ledgers, and now I will create new ledger accounts whose entry I want to fill inside the Tally. So here I will press enter on create, and here we have the option for name. So first of all, I am going to create a new account with the name Rajiv Kohli, and that is the partner of this company, Kohli Computer Institute. So this person could have more accounts with the same name, Rajiv Kohli Capital account. That is because if Rajiv Kohli also has a separate account like Rajiv Kohli drawing account, then you can create another account with the name Rajiv Kohli drawing account. That way when you will enter the vouchers, you will not get confused with the different ledger account names. That is why I am writing here the complete name, Rajiv Kohli Capital account. Alias are used for short names, and I will tell you about alias later on. So we move forward, and that is the most important part when you create the new ledger accounts, list of groups. And here you can see around 33 number of groups here, and you have to choose the account type that ledger contains. So as this is the partner of our company, then I will choose from the list of groups the capital account, because the partner or proprietor of an organization fall under capital account under balance sheet or trial balance. So that is why it is the most important part, that the name that you are defining above concern with which group. So then you have the option of inventory value are affected. So as I have told you in my previous lesson that you can also maintain stocking alongside accounts in Tally ERP 9. That is why you have this option here, but this option only concerned with the inventory information. So we will leave it to default value no, and here you can fill up the address and other related information of this ledger account here. So I will leave all this blank, and I will tell you about the opening balance in my next lesson, when we will create another company which is already running from past many years, but you want to start writing that company's book inside Tally ERP 9 from this year onwards, then I will tell you what is the use of this opening balance option here. So it is asking if you want to save all this information and want to create this new ledger account, and for yes you can press the enter key. Now I am going to open the next ledger account, and that will be Simran Kohli Capital Account, which is the second partner of this organization, and that account will also fall under capital account. And I will leave blank all the rest of the information here. Now the next account is building account, and the building account will fall under fixed assets. And then we have the car account, and that also falls under fixed assets. So if you don't want to press enter key several times to get the accept dialog box yes or no, if the rest of the information is same and you just have changed the name here and want to save rest of the information as it is, then you can press the Ctrl A key. That way it will directly save the ledger account. Let me show you another example. Like the next account is scooter account, and it also falls in fixed asset. It is already chosen here under fixed assets. So if I press Ctrl A key, then it will directly save this account. Then we have the cycle account, and then finally we have printing and stationery, and that will fall under expenses indirect. So I am not changing any rest of the values here and making them default as they are. And finally that one is the last account we are creating for now, and that is miscellaneous expenses, which also falls under indirect expenses. So as we have already created a few ledgers here, now we will go to the voucher entries, and for that you can press the escape key to go back to the previous menus. Now I am back at gateway of Tally here, and here you can find the accounting vouchers option. So if I press enter key here, to change the date you can press F2 key, and you have to take care of about the date, because you will not be able to find the vouchers later on if you are not taking care of the date of voucher entry. So you must first enter the date before entering the vouchers. So you can press F2 key to bring the change date dialog box here, and here you can type the date in which you want to enter the voucher. So let's say I am going to enter the voucher in 2nd April 2017. After entering the correct date, the second most important thing to note down is the voucher type that you want to use while entering a voucher. So here you have by default payment as selected voucher, and here on the right you can see a list of available voucher types here, and the most important vouchers that we use in Tally are the 6 voucher types, which are: the first one is contra, then payment, receipt, journal, sale and purchase. As their name shows, they are used for the same purposes. Like if you have done a payment either cash or by check, then you will use the voucher type payment. And if your organization has received an amount either cash or by check, then you will use the receipt voucher type. For journal entries you will use the journal voucher type. For sale, F8 sales voucher, and for purchase, F9 purchase entry. And for cash to bank or bank to cash transaction, even bank to bank transaction, we use contra voucher type. And I will explain you all these voucher types in my next lessons as well, because these are the most important parts of a voucher entry procedure. So first you have to note down the date, then you have to note down the voucher type you want to enter. So let's say your organization has received a sum of rupees 15,000 from Rajiv Kohli Capital Account. So as our organization has received an amount, so we will use the receipt voucher, and for that you can either click here on the receipt button, or you can also press F6 key to get the receipt voucher here. As this is our first voucher, so it is showing the number 1 here. And then you have the account. That is the third thing while entering a voucher. So if you press space key here, then it will bring the list of ledger accounts here. And in our previous step we have already created a few ledger accounts here, but none of them are showing here. That is because when you entering the receipt voucher, in the account section you will only see cash and bank account names. As we have not created any bank account yet, so that is why you only seeing the cash account here for the account type. And here you can either type cash, or you, as it is already selected in the list, you can also press the enter key. And in the particular section, if you press the space key, then you can see all the ledger accounts that you have created in previous steps. That is what I was telling you here. If you press the backspace key to get back to the account section here, then you can see here the same list of ledger accounts, but this time you only see the cash account. That is because Tally don't want you to enter a wrong account name in the account section. That is why it has filtered here the list of ledger accounts. So here in particular I am going to choose Rajiv Kohli. Either you can use the arrow keys to select an account, or you can start typing the name. As I have shown you in my previous lesson that it automatically selects the ledger account as soon as you start typing the letters of that particular ledger account. So as I have typed Rajiv here in the particular section, you can see here in the list of ledger accounts that list has shortened, and it is only showing you those ledger accounts whom names are starting with these letters RAJIV. So I will hit the enter key, and here I will enter the amount, that is 15,000. And here you can complete the voucher by writing a complete narration here, and then hit the enter key. So it is asking you if you want to save this voucher, and hitting the enter key will make it accept yes. And if you want to make any changes, then you can press N key or escape key to do the changes here. So I will accept it by pressing the enter key, yes. Now here you can see the receipt number 2. That voucher has been filled, and you can now enter second voucher here. So if the second entry is different than the receipt, then first you have to change the voucher type, either payment or contra or general sale. Or if you want to change the date, then you can press F2 key. So our next entry is also in 2nd April, and that is also a receipt entry. So I will not press any another key here. So in the account section I will choose cash, because we have received the amount in cash, and we have received the amount from Simran Kohli, that is 15,000 as well. And here I will write a complete description. So I accept this entry as well. So our next entry is a payment entry. Our organization made a payment, so we will use F5 for payment. And that doesn't matter on what account you are doing a payment. Either it is a capital account, it is a expenses account, or you are giving payment to a party either by cash or by check, then you will always use the payment voucher type. And for that you can press the F5 key. Don't forget to change the date before entering the voucher. And in the account section, if you press the space key again, then again you will see only the cash and bank account names here in the list of ledger accounts while standing at the account section. So as I have told you that Tally already filtered a list of accounts at different locations when you enter the vouchers. So here I will choose the cash account because we have made a payment through cash. And in particular section I will use the ledger account name on which we have made the payment. So we have spent 40 rupees on printing and stationery. So here I will type printing and stationery amount here and the narration here. Cash memo number 987. So I accept this entry as well. So our next entry is also a cash payment entry. So I will change nothing here and will type cash in the account section. And here I will type miscellaneous expenses in particular section, and the amounting to rupees 52 rupees 25 paisas. And the rest of the entries are payment entries, so I will change nothing here and I will continue to enter vouchers. Like next voucher is building, cash payment on building, that is amounting to rupees 8,000. So our next entry is about spending cash on machinery account. So I type cash here and machinery in particulars, and it is showing a spelling error here, and you can see that we have not yet created the machinery account yet. So that is why you are not seeing that account in the list of ledger accounts. So whenever you want to enter a voucher, then you have to create the ledger account in the first step. So I will go back by pressing the escape key twice to Gateway of Tally, and here I will go to the accounts information, ledgers, create, and here I will create the machinery account, and that will fall under fixed assets. So if I now go back to the voucher entry, and here I type cash for the payment 2nd April, 4th voucher, and in particular section I type machinery. Now you can see that account in the list of ledger accounts. So you have to remember that if you want to do voucher entries, then you have to create these ledger accounts first, then you will only be able to enter vouchers, and that amounting to rupees 8,620. And then we have the scooter. We spent 3,000 on scooter, and then again we spent amount on cycle, and that is 385 rupees 50 paisas. And finally on car we spent rupees 8,000. So that is all which you have to do in Tally ERP 9 if you just want to maintain your accounts books inside Tally ERP 9. And that is the most important part which you have to interact while using Tally ERP 9, that is voucher entry. And voucher entry is only possible if you will create the ledger account. So as we have already entered a few vouchers here, so let's see what Tally do after you enter the vouchers. So I go back to the Gateway of Tally by pressing the escape key, and here I would like to tell you something about Tally ERP 9 and the algorithm that it uses to manage your all accounts books. So as I have told you already that accounting vouchers is the most important part, and that is the only part you use to enter data into Tally ERP 9. And later Tally automatically manage all of your data and create different accounts books according to the vouchers you have entered here. So if you go to the display section of Gateway of Tally, then here you can see different types of books here. For example, if I go to the day book and press enter key here, then you can see that it is showing you 2nd April 2017. That means the day book is of 2nd April 2017, and it is showing you all the vouchers that you have entered in that particular date, and the voucher types you have used while entering the voucher and the voucher numbers, then the debit and credit amount. But it is showing you only one account of each voucher, that is, it is only showing you printing and stationery payment voucher debit amount rupees 40 only, and it is not showing you the credit side of that particular voucher. And if you want to see that, you can press the Alt F1 key, or you can also click that button detailed here, or you can press Alt F1 to bring both of the ledgers name that you have used during the voucher entry. So that is how it maintains the accounts book in Tally ERP 9. And if I go to accounts book, and here if I press enter on cash and bank books, then you can see the cash balance we have currently now, and that is 1,902 rupees 25 paisas. And if I further press enter on this account, then it will bring the monthly report of your cash book. That is, in April you have a total amount debited rupees 30,000 and 28,097 rupees 75 paisa being credited, and the closing balance is 1,902 rupees 25 paisas. And if I further press enter on this monthly report, then it will bring the daily report of the cash. And here you can see that you have received cash from Rajiv and Simran Kohli 15,000 each, and you spent your amount on these ledger accounts. And you can see the voucher types here, receipt and payments. And if I go back here and I want to see a particular ledger, then I can go to ledgers, and here I can either type the name or I can select the name from the list. So if I enter here, then it is now only showing you the entries of Rajiv Kohli capital account for that particular date range, that is 1st April to 2nd April 2017. So if I go back by pressing the escape key, and here I open the trial balance, and if you see the trial balance, this trial balance is also made by you. That means when you were creating the ledger accounts and you were choosing which ledger account will fall under which group, that is what the Tally is doing right now here. So if I press enter on this capital account group, then you can see that we have two ledgers here, Rajiv Kohli and Simran Kohli. And the group of these two ledgers you have chosen during the ledger creation. So if I go back to ledger creation here, accounts information, ledger, and this time I choose alter instead of creating a new ledger account. I want to alter my previous ledger account, and here I go to Rajiv Kohli, and now I change its groups to from capital account to sundry debtor. Let's say that is just an example to make clear a few things to you. So if I made changes to a group of a particular ledger and then I go to display, trial balance, then you can see that that particular account has now moved from capital account to current asset. If I press enter on capital account, then you can see that Rajiv Kohli capital account is no longer here. And if I go to current assets, then you can see the same account under sundry debtors. So it clearly indicates that Tally maintain data according to the information that you provide to Tally. So if you will say that Rajiv Kohli is a capital account, then it will start showing you that particular account under the capital account group. But if you say that Rajiv Kohli is a sundry debtor, then it will start showing you the same account under current asset. So it doesn't know, the Tally doesn't know that which account will fall under which group. So you have to decide that for yourself. So if I press enter here, and if I later want to modify the group of this ledger account, you can also do that by pressing the Control and Enter key here, and that will directly bring the ledger alteration dialog box. And here I can choose capital account again, and as soon as I will accept the changes, it will make the changes to entire accounts book. Now it has directly modified the trial balance here and moved the Rajiv Kohli capital account to the capital account group. So that is how Tally works, and that was just an introductory lesson about voucher entry and ledger creation. As I have shown you that the voucher entry is the most important part of Tally ERP 9, so I will cover a few more lessons in my next tutorials, and I hope you will like this tutorial as well. Let me know by liking, sharing and commenting on this video, and subscribe to our channel for more upcoming tutorial videos. Thanks for watching and have